Holiday hacks, some ways you can save time and money in the upcoming holiday travel season. Flying over the 405. Can you imagine when one California company says they'll have a flying car on the market? Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Rundown. I'm Robin Winston. We'll have more of those stories coming up in just a bit. But first, Kevin De Leon says he will not resign from the LA City Council. Instead, he offered an apology for taking part in a racist conversation.
I'm sorry to all of my colleagues. I'm sorry to my family, to Mike Bonin's family. I failed at that moment where I should have stepped up, but that's not who I am. That's not my moral compass.
De Leon says he was wrong for participating in the racist conversation with former council president Nuri Martinez and council member Gil Cedillo. But council member Mike Bonin says the apology is not enough. Bonin was mentioned in the secretly recorded conversation, and so was his young son, who's black.
I am both angry and unsurprised by the level of arrogance from Mr. De Leon.
Kevin De Leon has already been stripped of his leadership roles and committee assignments, but he can stay in office unless there's a recall. There's another drop in gas prices. They went down about 7 cents from Wednesday into Thursday. The average price in LA County is $5.93. It's also below $6 in Orange, Riverside, San Bernardino, and Ventura counties. President Biden is addressing the high gas prices. He's tapping the nation's strategic oil reserve again, releasing another 15 million barrels of oil.
Drawdowns on the reserve so far have played a big role in bringing down oil prices. We're going to continue to responsibly use that national asset.
The president says the reserve is still more than half full, and he plans to refill it. With soaring airfares and flight delays and cancellations, air travel has never been more challenging. Well, thankfully, there's a new report out with the best travel hacks of the year. First, if you want to save money on your flight, book your trip on a Sunday. According to the travel site Expedia and the Airlines Reporting Corporation, if you buy your tickets at least a month out for domestic trips and 6 months out for international travels, you can save up to 10% on average. Departing on a Wednesday will also be cheaper. Want to avoid flight cancellations? Try to depart before 3 p.m. There's some unsettled weather heading our way. Meteorologist Belen De Leon is tracking a change in temperatures in your first alert forecast.
Hi, Robin. I'm tracking a big pattern change for this weekend. The temperatures have felt more like summer lately, but a storm system is going to be dropping into the Great Basin from the Pacific Northwest, bringing us lots of cloud cover, rain and snow up north for us. The pattern change is going to look a little something like this. Below normal temperatures, it's going to feel more like fall. A chance for some drizzle, light rain late Saturday into Sunday. And for our friends in the deserts, very gusty winds that could affect your Saturday travel plans. Now, the chance of rain is small, and I'm not tracking any thunderstorms. We're going to be at about a 20% for most places. And how about the temperatures? Well, those are really going to drop off. In Anaheim on Thursday, we're going to have 90 degrees, Friday 81. And over the weekend, looks like it's going to be a cozy one. Saturday 68, still feeling like fall on Sunday 72.
A Torrance woman is recovering from a brutal sexual assault. She wants to share her story, and we need to warn you, images of her injuries are difficult to see. Normally, we don't identify victims of these kinds of crimes, but Marissa Young is identifying herself to show other victims they're not alone. So the attack happened in July during a late-night walk at a Torrance park with her dogs. That's where a man assaulted and raped her for 30 minutes.
I was fighting like crazy. I knew that he was just going to kill me, and no one was coming. I was strangled. I was punched in the face 15 to 20 times at least with a closed fist. My teeth were knocked out. I saw them fly out.
The man accused of the attack is Daryl Dean Waters. The assault happened just hours after his release from jail for carrying a concealed dagger. He's now being held without bail. Robbers stole thousands of dollars in jewelry from a store in Rancho Cucamonga, and we're hearing from the store owner who was attacked during the crime. The robbery happened over the weekend. 2 men broke into Gemma's jewelry, and one of them pulled out a gun. The store owner tells us that she hit the alarm on her watch to alert police, and one of the men saw her do it. The robber then pistol whipped her before stealing thousands of dollars of jewelry.
Oh my gosh, it was terrible because at the moment when they hit me and I was bleeding a lot, my mind was not super clear. I think I was going to die, and not only that, that people work with me, they are in a terrible shock.
The store owner asked us not to show her face to protect her identity. The robbers have not been caught. Singer Lana Del Rey is asking fans to not listen to any of her new music because that music would have been leaked after she said a thief stole her laptop. Del Rey posted on a secret Instagram account that a thief took her laptop, camcorders, and hard drives a few months ago. She had left her car parked on Melrose, stepped away for a few minutes, and when she came back, someone broke into her car, smashed the windows, and took her belongings. Del Rey says that she did not have any of her work backed up and says the thief could also remotely access her phone and leak any songs. For the first time in the Los Angeles mayoral race, the two candidates appear to be in a dead heat. Rick Caruso is holding a slight 3% lead over Karen Bass, according to a new poll by the LA Daily News and Jay Wallen Opinion Research. That's within the margin of error, and statistically speaking, it's too small to definitively say who's in the lead. But it appears to signal that the billionaire developer has made a large turnaround after trailing the congresswoman for months. The LA Coliseum is getting ready to host what's sure to be the biggest game in town this weekend. Around 30,000 fans are expected to pack the stands as two high school teams take the field at the iconic stadium.
One of the biggest stadiums that we have right here in California, most historic.
Sensational is how we feel. We're excited to play here. And
at the end of the day, it's about family and tradition and just keeping it going.
Those student athletes are talking about the storied East LA Classic. It's a tradition that's connected the communities of Boyle Heights and East LA for decades. But this is the first time the Roosevelt Rough Riders and Garfield Bulldogs will battle. So at halftime, a very special performance will happen by a group with some huge hits under their belt.
We always know our roots are East LA, and that's why this game in particular is very important to us.
So this halftime performance is a celebration. Like we've done other halftimes in the past, like the Super Bowl and the World Cup, but this one is like coming home.
Hey, it's the Black Eyed Peas, and they'll play for 30 minutes and will be joined by the marching bands from both schools. The varsity game kicks off at 7:30 p.m. Friday. Tickets are $12 for students and $15 for everybody else. It's going to be fun. Driverless cabs could soon be roaming around the streets of Los Angeles, and a robo-taxi company has announced that it has its eyes on LA as the next market. The Google subsidiary Waymo says it's sending trained drivers out to LA neighborhoods like Koreatown and Santa Monica to test out the company's robo-taxi service. No word just yet on when the service will be launched, but it has been slowly rolling out driverless cabs in Phoenix. It's also not clear how much fares will be, but in the Phoenix area, they're similar to what you pay for Uber or Lyft. One Silicon Valley company says they'll have a flying car on the market in 3 years. Olive Aeronautics unveiled its electric flying car Wednesday. The company says it can drive on roads, fit on normal streets and parking spaces, and when traffic builds up, you can just take off and fly above it.
The car have horrible aerodynamic shape. That being said, we came up with something called transition. So car actually tilts when it goes up vertically, and then it flies forward. Hence, we are able to keep the shape on the ground to make sure it's a car, and then transition and have a very efficient flight.
Are you kidding me? This is pretty awesome. This still needs to be cleared by the government. The company says it'll cost about $300,000. So my question is, can anyone give me a loan because I need this car in my life? It's pretty cool. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and on our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4, weekdays from 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with the traffic reports throughout your morning commute. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.